Bees, perhaps one of nature's hardest workers, buzzing to and fro on a never-ending cycle of activity. Let's dive into the wonderful world of bees as we celebrate World Bee Day. How are our local bees doing? And what can we do to protect this rich, natural resource? Let's see. Ashley Sanderson, an environmental officer with NEPA, had a bit to say about bees. Let's hear from Ashley on why bees are important.
Now, bees are very important to our ecosystems as they provide the very essential service of pollination. They're actually the cheapest and most effective method for pollinating our crops. And without them, our plant communities would suffer, that is both the wild communities and our agricultural crops. And this is in terms of the quality and the quantity of crops that would be produced. Now, when we talk about pollinators and bees, a lot of people's minds immediately goes to the honeybee. But we actually have a great diversity of bee species, and these would include carpenter bees, sweat bees, and other native and endemic bee species like stingless bees. Jamaica actually has one of the highest rates of bee endemism in the Caribbean. It's estimated to be about 50%, which is very notable. A lot of the pollination that actually occurs is done by these wild bee species. Managed honeybees obviously have their place in pollination and are obviously very important, but so are our native and endemic species.
The benefits of a thriving local agricultural sector has become even more apparent in recent times. The sector, however, has not been spared from several negative environmental impacts. Farmers have attempted to combat low crop yield and the increased occurrence of diseases through application of various fertilizers and fungicides. As conservationists, we believe that our solution is in nature. One such solution is small, but packs a sting, and is known by most of us as a giver of sweet gifts. We're talking about the honeybee. We met up with one passionate beekeeper at RADA St. Andrew Parish office recently. Here's what he had to say about the sweet gems of the honeybee.
Beekeeping on a whole with fruit trees around, it will help with the whole pollination, right? And what you will find in the long run, you will have more bearing in and around that surrounding area, especially in the Yalas watershed area, where a lot of coffee farmers are there. But guess what happened? The chemical that they use to spray the coffee, it kills the bee whenever time the bee go to suck from that tree, right? So if we put in more fruit trees in the area, it means that it can be a win-win situation for all of us. For the younger people who are now showing a level of interest in agriculture, let I say to you, beekeeping is a viable industry.
We believe in our farmers and we want them to succeed. The Rural Agricultural Development Authority is also a part of the solution for nature. Here's how RADA has been helping our local farmers.
My name is Robert Tulloch. I work with the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, the Land Management Officer for Kingston and St. Andrew. We at Kingston and St. Andrew RADA is working closely with the Apiculture Unit in the Ministry of Agriculture to assist farmers in training in apiculture to enhance their production. To enhance their production, what we do is to show farmers how bees can assist them in their farming production. Because a lot of farmers only think of using chemicals without thinking of the natural environment around them. And one of the natural environment is bees. And what bees does is to pollinate your crops. And when it pollinates your crops, it will enhance your production. And when it enhances your production, you will have more money in your pocket because your crop will bear more, and the bottom line for a farmer is money. So with that said, more bees you have around you to enhance your production, you're gonna use less chemical, and then you realize that your crops is being increasing. Your production is being increased. In Kingston and St. Andrew, the Bees Farmers Association works closely with RADA here in St. Andrew, and they even keep their meeting at our office here on Old Oak Road. So what we do is to facilitate the Bees Farmers Association, the apiculture unit in the Ministry of Agriculture, and us at RADA, and also NEPA with the environmental aspect of it. So what we do now is we as an agency come together with these farmers and work together with the farmers in St. Andrew to teach them or to facilitate in increasing their production.
When we look at this cornfield, and the top where we normally say it blossom, that level of blooming, what happened? The benefit for this is that the bee will come, the bee will feed from the corn up there, and then they will go on another section, and then you pollinate. So it is very important for you to have a bee around you, and also it is very important also for you to provide the sort of food for them.
Yes, RADA remains committed to supporting beekeepers across the island as they work hard to improve Jamaica's biodiversity. So whether you support beekeeping on a part-time basis or full-time, you can help to preserve Jamaica's rich biodiversity. And we are here to help. For more information on this or any other NEPA feature, contact the National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, at 876-754-7540, or email us at pubed@nepa.gov.jm. Visit www.nepa.gov.jm for our products and services.